Hello everybody, and tonight we are looking at Xpeng stock again. So of course Xpeng stock was one which we looked at last when we saw the first dip on the price, where we saw it start to go down. At that point I was saying, you know what, I do believe that the stock is overvalued. We're at about $70+. I said the stock is probably going to take a dip soon. I also said I don't think that is a bad thing. And my opinions on that still do hold somewhat, but tonight we are sharing my opinions on whether the stock is going to go up, whether it's going to go down, why the sell-off happened, and all that good stuff. So if that does sound like a plan, please do like the video and subscribe. We're trying to get to 100,000, so if you could help us get there one day, it would be absolutely stunning. Also, come and join us on our Discord server. Link to the Discord is down in that description box. I would love to see you over there as well. So yeah, let's get a full picture on how the thing has been going. We've only got really from the 27th of August to update you on, because as I believe that was the date that the stock did go public onto the market, and from that date the stock was really quite stable between about $21 and about $19. So you know, around the $20 mark for this whole period, until we got to November, where in early November we saw the price actually start to take an increase steadily, and then it dipped back down, and then we had a few other catalysts like increased buy ratings from analysts, increased forecasts from analysts, you know, a few of these other factors which influence the stock price. Of course, the stock price just went up and up and up. We'll see this a lot more when we go into a 1 month chart. You can really see the big gains that we took. We took about a 248% gain in, you know, just a few weeks, in about 21 days. And this is kind of similar to NEO in the same time period. I think these two stocks kind of worked hand in hand, because NEO got increased buy ratings, Xpeng got increased buy ratings, NEO had a record number of sales, and I think the same kind of investors who were looking at NEO were looking at Xpeng. And I think subsequently, you know, the same thing happened where the stock price got a bit overvalued, and it got to the point where, okay, this stock price is kind of inflated now. It's kind of like a, you know, this is one to watch because we could be seeing a pullback happen soon. And I was actually right on that one, because the stock did pull back. So we saw highs of $72 on the 23rd of November. From that point, we've dipped all the way down to $52 on the 1st of December. Similarly to NEO, though, we have had a positive day today. If you want to see the NEO video, it should have been carded in by now. But yeah, we have had a positive day today, which is, of course, always good to see. I think, you know, this could potentially be the back of the sell-off ending. So with any luck, we could be seeing the sell-off ending. But what do I think to the sell-off, and what do I think to my buy rating for NEO? Do I think NEO could touch $100, $200, $300, $400, $500? Absolutely, I do. But I think it's very important to see, you know, when people do think about stocks, a lot of the time people do get their wires a bit mixed up, because when we look at graphs and whatnot, and we look at that stereotypical, especially people who are new to investing, right? When we see that stereotypical graph where the stock's just doing this, and where I'm highlighting on screen, it's just going up and up and up. That is not the case, okay? Even if the stock goes up to, let's say, for example, $10,000, I mean, I'm not saying it's ever going to happen, but it's just an example. If this stock goes to $100 million, it does not matter. It is not going to be a steady increase all the way there. Look at some of the most stable companies, and even their stocks do take big dips and increases at times. That's just the way that the stock market works. So a little bit of a healthy sell-off is not a bad thing, in my opinion. And I think that's just what we saw with NEO and also Xpeng stock. So I think you should not really be too worried if you are holding this position, because I did rate it in my past video as a stock which you should hold for a few years. And if you are going to hold it for a few years, I don't think it's something which you should really be too concerned about when you're, you know, just losing a few dollars here and there. Of course, it does hurt now, but would I buy this stock from where we are? I would personally buy this stock from where we are. Of course, like I said, I am not a financial advisor, but I would not really have too much of a problem buying this stock, simply due to the fact that I can see the price going much higher in the future, maybe even over 100, well, probably even certainly over $100. We almost touched over $100 this year, and only even earlier last month. So of course it's definitely possible that this stock could go over 100. I just think it got to a case of the stock was going up a bit too fast, and that nice little pullback happened, and I think that also adjusted the price to a bit more of an appropriate range. It could still dip. I do believe it could still take a dip. If we look towards the later part of today, the stock did go down slightly, but I do think it is good that we saw a sell-off. So please don't hate me for saying that, but when we see a sell-off, it is not always a bad thing, and I think that's what a lot of people do need to remember. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do leave a like and subscribe. I will see you in the next one. See you till then. Goodbye.